If someone asked you to capture Japan's soul in just 10 images, what would you choose? Is it the hush of snow in a mountain village, or the hum of thousands crossing Shibuya at once? Japan is a country where cherry blossoms fall like painted memories, where ancient shrines rest beside glass towers, and where every season arrives not just with color, but with feeling. Today, we'll explore 10 symbols you've seen in postcards and dreamed of visiting, from Tokyo's golden glow to Kyoto's timeless stillness. If these moments stir your heart, like this video, and subscribe. Your journey through Japan starts now. 1. Tokyo. Rooted in the eastern curve of Honshu, Tokyo rises like a city made of light and memory, a metropolis where time folds into itself and tradition quietly breathes beneath glass towers. Once called Edo, this city was reborn as Tokyo in 1868, becoming the new imperial capital. Yet long before bullet trains and neon skylines, it was a village at the river's edge, a gateway of tides and trade. Today, it holds its place as the world's most populous city, a kinetic ocean of movement. You might begin your day in Asakusa, where incense swirls at Sensoji Temple, and the worn stones of Nakamise-dori echo with the footsteps of centuries. Then the city shifts. In Shibuya, thousands cross at once, a silent choreography of lives in motion. In Akihabara, electric dreams glow in arcade lights and blinking shop signs, while a train ride away Meiji Shrine hides in a forest so still. Tokyo isn't just modern, it's layered. Beneath the futuristic sprawl, there's always something quietly old, a tea house in Yanaka, the soft rustle of a kimono in Ginza, or a bowl of ramen in a hidden alley where steam curls up like comfort from childhood. Tokyo is vast, but in its quiet corners, its soul is soft. It reminds us that even in the busiest places, we can still feel wonder. 2. Kyoto. Nestled in the heart of Japan's Kansai region, Kyoto breathes as a city woven from whispered memories. Once the imperial capital for over 1,000 years, its streets move slowly beneath the weight of centuries, where every lantern-lit alley and moss-covered temple tells a story older than time itself. Begin your morning in the Zen garden of Ryoanji, where monks quietly rake waves into the gravel, creating motion within stillness. Then wander into the shimmering peace of Kinkaku-ji, the Golden Pavilion, where golden leaf reflects gently in the pond below. In Gion, the gentle shuffle of gaiter sandals echoes through stone streets as Maiko Kyoto's apprentice geisha glide past in hand-stitched kimono. Their presence feels fleeting, like a poem spoken only once. Here, the rhythm of life is set not by clocks, but by the slow boiling of tea or the rustle of bamboo leaves in the breeze. If you walk beneath the endless vermilion torii gates of Fushimi Inari at dusk, you may feel time blur each step, a wish, each gate a quiet prayer, sent upward through the mountain mist. Come spring, petals drift like pink snow. In autumn, the maples burn crimson and gold. Kyoto breathes with the seasons, always inviting, always changing. Kyoto dwells in eternity, lingering like the subtle fragrance of incense on a silk sleeve or a timeless melody that softly refuses to leave your mind. Three, Nara. Located in the cradle of Japan's first imperial capital, Nara feels like a place where time paused, where deer bow gently in the breeze and temples echo with the hush of centuries. Here, in the heart of Yamato devotion and nature, walk side by side. Your journey begins at Todaiji, where the great Buddha has maintained his silent vigil for over 12 centuries. Light slips through the beams of one of the world's largest wooden halls, casting soft shadows that feel sacred. Not far from here in Kasuga Taisha, thousands of stone and bronze lanterns line the moss-covered paths, glowing most gently during twilight or the Lantern Festival. Outside the temple walls, Nara Park stretches like a peaceful garden where Shinto tradition mingles with daily life. The deer believed in Shinto lore to be messengers of the gods move calmly among visitors, accepting crackers with a polite bow. Their presence softens even the busiest hearts. Slow down in a tea shop nestled under maple trees, where the steam rising from a warm bowl of matcha reminds you to breathe a little deeper. Or visit an old calligraphy workshop, where brushmakers meticulously craft calligraphy tools by the hand, offering a tangible connection to the Japanese aesthetics shaped over generations. Nara doesn't demand your attention. It earns your contemplation. You remember, a slower pace, and maybe in the quiet you will hear the past speaking not loudly, but kindly, just enough to stay with you. Four, Hokkaido. There's a kind of hush in Hokkaido you don't often find elsewhere. A silence carried by snowflakes drifting through pine forests, settling gently into the soul. Japan's northernmost island feels like a world apart, a place where nature is not just admired, but deeply revered. In winter, Hokkaido wraps itself in white. The slopes of Niseko and Furano become havens for skiers seeking the world's softest powder. At dawn, the mountains blush with light, while the air carries the scent of firewood and miso broth. In Sapporo, the snow festival transforms ice into art, intricate sculptures glowing beneath the crisp night sky. In Noboribetsu's Hell Valley, steam curls from sulfur vents like spirits rising, inviting visitors to experience the region's famous open-air onsens, even in the cold morning light. Come summer, the silence turns lavender. Furano's hills burst into bloom, painting the land in purple waves. Hokkaido is also a place of stories. The traditions of the Ainu, Japan's indigenous people, are preserved in museums and local crafts, reminding visitors that culture here runs deep-rooted like the ancient forests. You might sip butter-rich Sapporo ramen after a morning at the fish market, or quietly watch red-crowned cranes wade through still waters in Kushiro. Hokkaido doesn't ask you to rush. It invites you softly to feel the seasons, taste the air, and remember what peace feels like. Five. Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is more than just a mountain. It's a presence still sacred and quietly eternal. Rising gracefully between Shizuoka and Yamanashi, Prefecture's its snow-dusted summit has stood as a silent witness to centuries of Japanese life. From Tokyo's rooftops to the coastlines of Ibaraki, Fuji's perfect cone shape has inspired poets, pilgrims, and painters alike, not just for its beauty, but for what it represents: harmony, reverence, and the enduring soul of Japan. At 3,776 meters, Fuji is Japan's highest peak, yet its true height is measured not in meters, but in meaning. For generations, people have climbed its trails, not just for the view, but for the spirits seeking something higher in themselves with each careful step. On still mornings, the mountain reflects in nearby lakes like a painted memory. On clear evenings, it glows with the quiet gold of dusk, timeless and untouched. Shinto shrines line its base, devoted to Konohana Sakuya Hime, the Blossom Princess and guardian of the mountain. It is said that spirits dwell here, and even the wind seems to carry their breath. In Buddhism, Fuji is seen as a path for the soul, a quiet stairway between earth and eternity. From Hokusai's iconic woodblock prints to the soft patterns on a traveler's kimono, Fuji lives not only in the landscape, but in the very fabric of Japanese identity. Like some things are meant to be honored slowly, remembered deeply. Six. Osaka. Osaka doesn't shout like Tokyo or whisper like Kyoto. It hums warm, generous, always in motion. Here in Japan's vibrant western heart, modern towers rise beside ancient temples, and the laughter of shared meals echoes louder. Wander into Dotonbori after sunset, and you'll find yourself beneath a sky of neon and reflected light. Takoyaki sizzles on iron griddles. The scent of okonomiyaki, that comforting savory pancake, floats through the air. But Osaka is more than its food. Step into the shadow of Osaka Castle, where white walls and sweeping roofs recall a warrior's dream, rebuilt again and again with unwavering pride. In Shitennoji, Japan's oldest temple, incense drifts through the air. The garden blooms softly, inviting you to slow your pace. Listen to the bells chime and breathe in the gentle stillness between one breath and the next. Even in Shinsekai, the retro glow of the post-war dream lives on colorful, chaotic, and strangely comforting. And when the Tenjin Matsuri fills the city with lanterns and riverboats, each summertime folds gently. The past walks beside the present shoulder to shoulder. Osaka is warm like a bowl of soup, bright like a festival night, and lasting like the sound of laughter shared with someone familiar. Seven. Kamakura. Cradled between forested hills and the whispering shorelines of Sagami Bay, Kamakura rests like a quiet memory of old Japan, where the past lingers gently in temple bells and sea breeze. Once the seat of power during the Kamakura period, this city is a space where spirit and landscape harmonize. Begin your journey with the great Buddha or Daibutsu, seated in open air since the 13th century. Nearly 13.5 meters tall, this serene figure has weathered war, wind, and time with graceful stillness, a sentinel of peace, watching the world quietly change. Around him, Kamakura's temples nestle into green hillsides. At Hasedera, the gardens bloom beside sweeping coastal views, while Tsurugaoka Hachimangu's shrine, once beloved by samurai, now welcomes visitors with crimson bridges and ponds mirrored in spring blossoms. Along the Daibutsu Trail, soft pine needles hush your footsteps as the path winds between ancient stone markers and mossy shrines. Here you walk not to rush, but to feel the scent of incense in shaded courtyards, the sound of waves meeting, rock the coolness of temple steps beneath your feet. In summer, Tanabata fills the streets with glowing lanterns and fluttering wishes written on paper streamers, echoing people longings to meet. Kamakura invites a kind of slowness, the kind that lets you breathe a little deeper. In this town, the old ways still walk beside the new, quietly, beautifully, and always just within reach. Eight. Shizuoka. Shizuoka, nestled between the calm Pacific waters and Mount Fuji's sacred silhouette, emanates a uniquely gentle, urban ambiance. Just an hour from Tokyo, this serene corner of Japan reveals itself through tea-scented hillsides, historical echoes, and paths that invite stillness. This land once cradled the legacy of Tokugawa Ieyasu, where a bronze statue of the shogun watches quietly over orange trees and stone paths. Here, the soft rustle of leaves seems to recall centuries of ambition and peace. A short distance away, Shizuoka Sengen Shrine whispers the city's spiritual rhythm, its wooden beams and sacred relics offering a place of reflection. And then there is Nihon-dera, a highland where the view stretches across sea and sky, often catching Mount Fuji in quiet contemplation. From here, a cable car glides toward Kunozan Toshogu Shrine, where Ieyasu once rested in eternity before being moved to Nikko. The shrine, painted in deep vermilions and golden carvings, is both a monument and a prayer. Yet Shizuoka's truest offering may be in its simplicity. Green tea fields roll across the landscape like a painted dream, and at sunrise the dew on the leaves glimmers like glass. In quiet villages like Mariko and Utsunoya, the old Hokkaido road still winds gently, where poets once stopped to sip yam broth and watch the seasons pass. Each season gives Shizuoka a new tone: spring's cherry blossoms, summer's ocean breeze, autumn's fiery maples, and winter's snow-framed Fuji. Shizuoka, reminded of slowness, the presence of peace. Nine. Hiroshima. There are places in the world that teach us how to begin again. Hiroshima is one of them. In the quiet of the Peace Memorial Park, you'll find the skeletal outline of the atomic bomb dome, a building that once bustled with life, now standing solemn and still. It is not a ruin, but a reminder, a memory shaped in steel and silence, held carefully by a city that chose not to forget, but to forgive. Hiroshima, once devastated, now pulses with life. Along tree-lined boulevards and serene rivers, schoolchildren laugh, streetcars hum, and in the heart of the city, the Peace Memorial Museum invites visitors not to mourn, but to understand the weight of war and the worth of peace. Across the bay, a short ferry ride away, lies Miyajima Island, where red torii gates rise gently from the sea. At high tide, the Itsukushima Shrine glows like a vision in water and sky. Climb Mount Misen, where mist drapes the pines and panoramic views embrace the Seto Inland Sea, or linger in Shukien Garden, a miniature world of lakes, bridges, and tea houses, a place to pause, breathe, and reflect. Hiroshima is a city of hope, courage, and compassion rather than destruction. Walk slowly here and carry its message with you, even from the deepest ashes. Something resilient and profound can still blossom. Shinkansen bullet train. Sliding like a silver thread through the heart of Japan, the Shinkansen is not just a train, it's a symbol of speed and quiet precision. Step aboard and the world softens to a gentle hum. Time, once hurried, now flows smoothly between cities, from the glowing skyline of Tokyo to the snow-kissed silence of Hokkaido. Introduced in 1964, the year of the Tokyo Olympics, Shinkansen has since become one of the safest and most efficient rail systems on Earth. Trains glide along their dedicated tracks at up to 320 km/h, almost 200 mph, linking major cities like Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and Hiroshima with breathtaking ease. In just a few hours, you can cross mountains, valleys, and coastlines, all while sipping tea in a plush, forward-facing seat. The experience is seamless. Ordinary cars are already spacious, but green cars offer a quieter, more refined ride akin to business class in the sky. And for those seeking true luxury, Grand Class offers a peaceful cocoon with reclining seats, personalized service, and a stillness that feels almost sacred. Look out the window, and you might catch a glimpse of Mount Fuji's perfect silhouette, rising gently like a dream between Tokyo and Nagoya. In spring, cherry blossoms ripple past like falling confetti. In winter, the countryside glows under blankets of white. The Shinkansen doesn't just get you there, it becomes part of the journey, a bridge between ancient traditions and modern grace. Whether you're heading to a quiet shrine, a snowy mountain, or a seaside town, the ride itself is an invitation to slow your mind, lift your gaze, and simply be carried gently forward through the landscape of Japan. Our quiet journey through Japan's most iconic places comes to a close. Here, history and beauty rise in unison, reminding us that some places are simply unforgettable. If this journey touched your heart, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more slow, soul-stirring explorations.